I gotta go. My whore's waiting for me.
Greetings, birthday people. You are here.
Wow, she's still in this series.
This is Meadow's friend, Finn.
Hey.
Friend.
What are you doing?
Well, I guess you can't say slam piece, can you?
Hello. I'm making dessert to help.
She said they already got cake.
Seems like a nice
Jesus.
guy.
We had her 12th birthday party right before she moved out.
How'd she do in school back then?
Straight A's.
I have a feeling they're setting up a storyline here, man. Jesus. What the hell are you doing?
Don't let that by yourself, you. Wait for some help.
Why don't you carry your ass up to the fucking door and knock on it instead of honking the horn, bitch?
The party is not just to watch the twins.
Yeah, this is definitely a madhouse. She ain't wrong about that shit. This is like, this is a set when, it's fucking pandemonium on the set, right? Before you get your first shot, just motherfuckers going all over the place. Ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Ain't bringing what they were supposed to bring. All that shit.
How could it be okay if it's a skew?
You're askew, motherfucker.
Hey, Phil.
You're about to get your ass kicked,
How
Phil.
about this? They replaced the tracks under the seat.
I'm getting mad, motherfucker, man. See, this is why I don't do gangster shit. You can't be losing your temper in these situations, man. Of course, Tony does, right?
Dr. Fagoli, Russ.
What?
He's allergic to tomatoes.
All right, so we will deal with it. Jesus.
How the fuck is he allergic to tomatoes when he got an Italian ass
Don't you
name?
have any or...
I remember how much of, I'm going to pause this. I got to use the bathroom anyway, so that's why I stopped it. But, I remember how much of a drama queen the mom is. One of my favorite fucking moments, my favorite Camilla moment ever, is, I think it's Frankie Jr., like, the Meadows douchebag boyfriend who got shot in the face. He shows up, he's knocking on the door, he rings the doorbell. And she's like, oh my God, who is it? And Kamala says, it's the Boston Strangler. Come on, Mom. Just so fucking funny, man. She's getting all fucking red. She's a fucking drama queen. Now, that was from fucking, I want to say that was season 2. At the latest, it was season 3. I feel like it was season 2, right? And then here we are in season 5, and they're very consistent with that character. Characterization, consistency in writing is just phenomenal, man. These motherfuckers, like, that's another drama queen moment. Like, she just freaks out about everything. Like, God, that'd be hard to live with, man. Holy shit. Before I start again, I'm going to show you the frame I paused it on. So I paused on the screen. I'm going to show the screenshot now. An Italian allergic to pomodori. I guess pomodori means tomatoes, or maybe it's the type, the genus of the fruit or whatever, I don't know, the phylum, whatever that shit is. You have like classifications and it goes up and there's like different names for various kinds of classifications. I don't know. Anyway, basically the same comment I made. How the fuck is an Italian allergic to tomatoes? The fuck is wrong with you? Dumbass. Alright, let's do this.
Allergic to pomodori. Dio mio.
Yeah.
My sympathies.
Yeah, Dio mio.
Started when they gave me radiation.
Oh, okay, well, fuck. Dad had radiation cancer at one point. That's not what killed him.
You a plate, Les. Thank you.
Hey, on Twitter,
You
making
know,
a plate's a big
Carmela's
deal. Like,
mother-in-law
if your woman
lived
makes you a
there.
plate, that's apparently a big sign of status, man.
Why? Like that, too. The whole soprano bunch over there.
So many Napoletans and C. Julian feel that
You're
way.
an asshole. Shut up.
You
Shut
really
up,
have
preacher.
to go to Italy.
Priest, whatever the fuck you are.
She's always got to wait till the last minute.
I heard that.
Busted.
Finally.
Motherfucker's got this shit
Oh,
covered, boy.
The birthday boy's favorite. Where is he?
He's out back.
Oh, good.
This nasty motherfucker's got this meat wrapped around his body. His sweaty fucking fat body. That's disgusting. The old man loves him, I'll give him that.
There's nothing else like it.
It's wrapped around his fat, nasty, sweating body. Ain't nobody want to eat that shit. You gotta be shitting me.
A doctor in the house, huh? That's good for somebody to go down at these things.
Russ had an audience with 4 popes.
Oh. What section did you all sit in?
Oh, idiot.
Boy, I wish I hated anything as much as Carm's mom hates this motherfucker, boy. She fucking hates him. Tell you what, man. There's a certain kind of woman that she can put that disdain on her face. And you know exactly how she feels. Disdain. It's an art. It really is an art.
Hey, everybody. Come on over.
Yeah, I'll have the meat that wasn't hanging off his sweaty body. Thank you.
I love more than words.
Look at Chrissy back there, man. He ain't been it. He has not had a single line this entire episode.
You are the
I am
best
so
father
fucking
and
impressed, man.
grandfather in the world.
Tony, thank you for having us at your home. Lovely bride.
You know, I have a feeling he's about to fall out. Remember how she talked about she wanted to go first?
Putting up with me all these years.
And it's been a very him-centric episode, and he's being so sweet and everything. He's about to fall out, isn't he?
Thank all you freeloaders for coming.
And Tony actually likes this old fuck.
Here. Open it.
It's from him.
Yeah, duh. Probably a massive dildo. Nice.
Oh, a Beretta.
Nice, man. Very nice. Hey,
28-inch barrel.
don't put it together here, man. We got kids here. The fuck you doing?
What time do you start drinking today? Probably right after you got up.
Oh,
cuz.
Tony, can
Yeah,
you bring
I
the
like
camera
the
over
shade.
and get a shot of this?
Sure, I got nothing better to do.
Damn, man. What's with the bitterness, dude? He's about to fall out. Damn, dude. Kind of creepy, other Tony.
No, I've been to the Beretta studio.
Look at me. He's actually doing the fucking waiter work, too, man.
You made my father's year with that gun.
That's
He
right.
deserves.
You have a feast, Tony. Why don't you take a break?
I'm all right there. Could use a beer, though.
Yeah,
You got it.
handle that. Good looking up.
Salute.
I told you, man. Early in the season, I predicted this is going to happen. She went out. She got some strange dick. Got her feelings hurt. Maybe she's time to come back to Slamville.
Salute.
Rehabilitation, please. The nature of the system instills.
Meadow would have been great on Twitter.
To the point where prison becomes the only venue where the convict can function.
These two are retweeting each other like a motherfucker.
She is wise beyond her years.
She better be. All the money I'm spending over at Liberal University.
Yeah, it's about fucking money with you, son of a bitch.
Yeah? Remember you little girl, what I used to call you?
Yeah, he's feeling bad about his daughter, I guess.
You would tell you to remember? No.
That's the real reason why he's got such a sourpuss face on today.
You don't remember the
Meadow reminds him of his daughter. Yep, balling out.
Can we get some April?
Didn't have it brought out there. That's so bad. In the bathroom.
There's drama all over the place.
Hey, but
You know, Chrissy wrote that shit in himself. That one scene where he gets to say, "Yeah, let's drag your drunk ass mom out of here." There was a huge table full of presents. How are they gonna fit all that shit in the
I'm
car?
sorry for everything. What can I say?
Get my boy home safe.
I'm sorry for everything. What a bitch.
You have colored jokes. The sausage twirling.
Tony.
He's a cultured Italian.
That's why you didn't want Tony here. It had nothing to do with the marital situation.
Yep, that was
All
it.
along, it was whatever we are. I am proud of it. Unlike you, obviously.
I've always
I'm
been
with Carmela on
proud of
this.
everything.
Shut the fuck up, Mom.
I remember you telling Aunt Rose you were glad the Angelus didn't end in a vowel.
I never said that.
And when Meadow came
She's
out,
got the
oh my
tea.
God,
Don't
she's
be
so
talking about what you
dark.
didn't say, motherfucker.
You
I believe
just
Carm.
going home.
So there are Italians all around with their closet self-loathing. I just never wanted to believe my mother was one of them. And now what the fuck are you crying about?
I'll give you something to cry about, Mom. Great. So Artie's creepy ass is going towards Meadow. I don't like where this is headed.
No, really.
I mean, Carter's been working her ass off all day, man.
Oh, Tony, put me down.
Look like you can do this.
I'm serious. Tony, Tony.
She's been working her ass off. Take a load off. She'll kick your ass. Oh, man. She will kick your ass, Anthony.
You're still in.
Marco.
That's right. You better play. Fantastic.
dreams. Am I talking to you, Justin?
Yeah, quit snitching.
Asked you a question, Jason.
Yeah, right, Dad?
Yes, that's right, but I'm talking to your brother.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, other
You took
kid.
this tonight, didn't you?
I love where he lives. I don't want to come back here.
Wow. Just rub his face in it, why don't you?
From his own family.
That is
He's
disgraceful.
gonna return it tomorrow and apologize. Where are your Game Boys?
Yeah, give me that shit.
That's mine. Jason's is in the
Hey.
drawer.
That kid really is a snitch, isn't he? God damn it, kid be
Both of
snitching.
these to the south.
I didn't do nothing.
You're just as
snitched.
bad as he is because you didn't stop him.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. You're supposed to stop him. But you're not supposed to snitch on him. Well, they're there in the pool alone. This is awkward.
Just showing her he's not a kid.
I think he's showing him more than that.
showing her his big cock.
Serious.
He's in love.
Oh, please.
And she's rich too if it's still Devin. Which I think it is, because I think she mentioned Devin last episode.
Can't wait to see each other.
Look at him trying to work this shit.
Hands off each other.
Look at you, Tony. Look at you, Tony. Yeah. He's trying to hit that. That's what the fuck he's doing.
Tony, look.
I mean, you got to slow play this dude. Like, you had a good night. You got to build on that. You can't be trying to hit that immediately, man. He's a player, but, I don't know, though. Maybe he knows her better than I do, but, she's making excuses like Artie's right there. That's not a no. You know what I'm saying? I'm shipping it. Of course, we know he's a cheating scumbag, so this will never last. Artie will wake up with a heart on and not realize why. He's a freak. Pool sex sucks, by the way. But he knows she would change her mind by the time you get upstairs, so he's trying to do it right here. Yeah, you better suck that pussy underwater. Now we're talking. I don't even know how you would manage. That's a tricky scenario, man. Cum stains all over the pool. That's right. They left you out here hanging. Place is filthy, man.
Don't you ask for my...
Well, so he needs money. That's why he's going to take this job that's going to piss off Tony.
Yeah.
Double your price and I'm in.
I'm in.
Well, this is unfortunate. I got to go. My whore's waiting for me. Damn, did I take the rubber out of her ass? I can't remember. I think Joe's about to get capped. Yep. Too bad she wanted to go with him. Take that cash too, bitch. Yeah. Ah, damn. Well, that's gonna hurt. Jesus Christ, man. Like, see, now that's a consequence I can get behind. All that money sitting in his lap, too, man. Or wherever he stashed it. I think that was his driving foot they ran over to, wasn't it? I believe so. This hits because I have an irrational fear of getting my feet ran over by cars. When I'm standing next to somebody, even with their shits in park, I'm always like, I'm standing like, imagine these are my feet and this is my body, right? I'm always like this, away from the car, right? No, I'm leaning this way, so my feet are away. I'm leaning towards them if I'm talking to them. That's the way it is. Yeah, I'm terrible with graphics, Anyway, point is, I always stand irrationally far away from tires when I'm standing next to somebody who's in the car, because I don't want my fucking feet run over. Because I assume it would hurt a lot. I don't know how much weight would actually be on you, but the weight of a car is distributed over 4 tires, so it's not the full weight of a car. But still, like I said, it's an irrational fear. Like, it probably, I don't know how many times people get run over by the tire of a car in the course of a year. It's probably not many. But I have an irrational fear of that. So, yeah, that cut deep. I'll be having a nightmare tonight. This is the beginning of the end. We're in episode 8. This is around the time that somebody fucks up and then you're going to have to get whacked by Tony. Interesting, though. Like, I did not see them, I didn't see them, getting back together so fast. I'll tell you something else I've noticed. The first few seasons, they really did use Tony's sessions with Melfi as a way to shortcut exposition, to shoehorn in exposition and shortcut things. Like, I've mentioned this in past reactions, where he was saying, and then we took him to the doctor and got him checked out and everything was cool. And so they can skip shooting a scene in a fucking doctor's office with the doctor saying, "Yeah, we ran some tests. He's all right." You know, they were really able to shortcut that shit, and it was great. It's a great tool in your toolbox to move the story along, and you can cram more story into that hour. And they're not doing that anymore. I've noticed that they really aren't doing it. The last time, like I think he said anything, was in episode 5 of this season. He may have had a scene with her since then, but I don't remember it. Like, the last scene I remember him having was episode 5. He's like, hell, after all this, I should have just fucked her. Or I might as well have fucked her, you know? That was a great joke. But, like, they're using those sessions a lot. I mean, she wasn't in this episode at all, right? I don't even think she was in the last episode. And finally, let me give some roses to fucking Michael Imperione. Because, goddamn, man. The character is barely in the script, and he wrote a great fucking script. Now, I'm sure they broke the story for him. Now, I don't know how many people are aware of this. You have a team of writers. Then you have the showrunner. The showrunner is the guy who actually runs he's the executive producer. Like, in movies, the director calls all the shots. In a movie, the director is the final word on everything. The producers work for the director. On a TV show, the executive producer is the final word on everything. The director works for the executive producer. So it's reversed, you know? So the showrunner is the executive producer actually in charge. You may have like 6 showrunners. You may have 6 executive producers, right? You only have one. You can have more than one showrunner. I don't want to get too deep into this, but I'm saying just because you're an executive producer doesn't mean you're a showrunner. But so you have a showrunner. The showrunner comes into the writing room, and they'll break the story on a board. And when you break the story, it's basically you write down. You have lines. Here's the first act, and these are the story beats that happen in the first act. And you write down like 6-8 sentences. These are the things that happen in the first act. Okay? Here's the act break, and you write down what is the act break. Now, this is a little different because this doesn't have act breaks because they don't have commercials. I bet they still do an act format. I'd actually be very curious to see what they do or not. It just helps you structure the story. You have little mini climaxes, and you rise the action again. But so then. You're breaking the story. So you go in there and you have all your writers in the room. There's like 6 or 8 of them, 10 of them. And while you're writing this stuff, and the writers will pitch out ideas. What if Chrissy does this? What if Chrissy does that? Here's the theme of the episode. Well, what if Chrissy does this? Who should go with Tony who should be Tony's driver when he does this? Does Tony's driver, the person who's going to be Tony's driver, does he have a prior relationship with this? So they'll spit out all these ideas. And you write all this shit on the board, and you take out things that don't work. You eliminate characters like, well, we don't want to pay this guest star for this episode. Let's pull them out. Who can we stick in their place? So you do all this shit. So you're all doing all this, right? And so everybody does this. And then you'll end up with a document that is, it can vary in size. 6 to 10 pages. And that is the story beats of every act of the entire script. It's basically like an outline. It's longer than a synopsis. Sometimes it'll be a synopsis. It'll be written as paragraph form, like prose, and it'll be 3 or 4 pages. And you convert that to a script. Sometimes it'll be the outline with like the story beats. It's just this happens and this happens and this happens. A little bit of sample dialogue. Tony says this and then somebody says this. Typically not, but every now and then, if dialogue's really crucial, it'll be written in there. So then you do it. So then that outline is handed to the one person who's going to write the story. So the point of all this is, you see how the person who writes the script is not the only person working on the story? Yeah, I mean, you see that, right? Like, you have all 12 writers are in the room. They're all pitching ideas. The showrunner is up there. He's writing the shit down. He's saying no to this. He's vetoing this. He's saying yes to this. They all work together. Only one name goes on the script. Who did more work? The person goes in and they turn that 12-page outline into a 50, 60-page script, and they've got the dialogue. So they do that. They turn in this first draft. And then the first draft comes back, and the showrunner reads it. And then several things can happen. Very rarely does he look at that first draft and say, this is perfect. Let's shoot this. That almost never happens. For one thing, he may be like, okay, well, this location fell through, so we got to move this location. This happened here. This is going to be too long. We don't have the props for this, or, we don't want this many costume changes, whatever. There could be so many different reasons. Or when you see it written out in prose form, in script form, you're like, wow, this ain't quite working. So then, the showrunner reads it. Sometimes he'll give it to the head writer. There's always a head writer. He'll let the head writer read it. He'll get notes from the head writer. He'll write his own notes. And they put all these notes on this thing. Now, it either goes back to the person who wrote the first draft, or sometimes if the person who wrote the first draft is like your main writer, he may already be working on the first draft of another script. That'll typically happen when you have 20 episodes a season. He's already doing something else. So then you take that and you would give it to somebody else for them to write the second draft. In this case, 12 episodes a season, 13 episodes a season. They probably have a longer time to write. And especially because it was an actor doing this. I'm sure the draft went back to him. So then he takes the second draft. He's got all these fucking notes and he incorporates all these notes. That may happen 2 or 3 more times. Maybe the second draft, sometimes it's perfect. It's okay, this is good enough. We're going to shoot this. Sometimes it needs a third draft or it needs a fourth draft. So Michael Imperioli is the only one who had his name on this script. But you had the 12 other writers in the room. You have the showrunner for the original outline. Then you have all these reading it. Here's the things you need to change. This needs to be fixed. Why don't you punch up this dialogue here? The dialogue in this scene is weak. So there's all kinds of people in the process. And sometimes I feel bad because there'll be a guy who's in that writing room for 9 months. Doesn't get his name on any of the scripts, but he contributed to every script. Maybe he had notes for every script. Maybe he contributed ideas to put on the board for every script. He worked his ass off. He got paid, but he worked his ass off and never gets his name on the script. So that's why the name on the script typically, they will have anywhere from 30 to 90% of the work actually put in that script. Who knows? In this particular case, because, like I said, he is an actor, he probably had more, he contributed more to the script than, like, a normal writer would. So anyway, that's kind of the behind the scenes of how it works. And it can vary from, show to show. For instance, Game of Thrones, Dave and Dan wrote most of the scripts. And then Brian Cogman wrote a few scripts. And, George R. R. Martin wrote 1 script per season for the first 4 seasons. That's very, very unusual. Red Dwarf. First, it was 2 guys who wrote every script of every season until they broke off, and then one of them stayed with the show, and then he wrote all the scripts. Every now and then, somebody else would write 1 script a season. Very unusual. I think the guy who did Alan McBeal wrote a lot of the scripts. He wrote the majority of the scripts. That, again, very unusual. Typically, what I described is how it goes. But yeah, great episode. I'm really impressed with him, and I think he did a great job. However much he contributed, that was a great fucking script. That was a great episode.